Well, it's Sunday, nice sunny Sunday, and still seeing no life with my lemon. It doesn't seem to be growing at all. This tree looks reasonably healthy and doesn't look like it's being inundated with insects at the moment, so that's good. So the berry's doing well, and of course the lime looks good. The grass is growing, which is going to be needed attention. I'm going to head off tomorrow morning to the Big Smoke, but I'm going to take this opportunity to go down to the beach, because it's been well in excess of a week since I've been down there, so I should do it as a regular thing. And yeah, it just occurred to me that we're now in November, so the doom and gloomsters who were predicting a stock market crash in October seem to have missed the mark yet again. This is not unusual because they cry wolf virtually every month, so eventually they're going to be right. Law of averages, I guess. So it's like people talking about a real estate crash. I mean, I just don't know if it's going to happen in Australia. Australia's so tied up with real estate that, I mean, what happened to Sydney a few years back when they tightened up the lending rules? They did have quite a drop, a very healthy drop, I would think, because it's just absurd. I think it's about 1.3 million now is the average price of a property in Sydney. That's just crazy. I mean, here's actually quite cheap, in specifically Kiwara Beach. I was looking at the valuations, and it's creeping up virtually every month, but it's still about an average of about a little over 500,000 for a house, which is still very reasonable by big city standards. It's actually reasonable by Northern Beach standards, because Clifton Beach, I think, is about 650 for a house, and you can add another 100,000 on top of that if you're going to Palm Cove. So this is a relative bargain around here. And I think actually for the future it's probably been a really good investment. Not that I want to sell it, but it's just nice to know that the values are going up. And I think there's just more scope for it to go up further here. I see no reason why Kiwara would be lower, that much lower than the others. It's very strange. We don't have a lot of the facilities, admittedly, that some of the other suburbs have, as far as retail outlets and things are concerned, but gee, it's not far to go there. I mean, I can get there on my bike, so God, if you've got a car, if you want to go up to the next shopping centre, it's not far away. So yeah, I think when the Deep Creek Estate is built and there's an internal connection between Kiwara and the next beach up, I think you'll find that that'll probably mean there'll be a boost in property values here, but I'm only guessing. I really don't know. But yeah, it's certainly been a good investment. My bankers actually valued my property. They valued about 416,000. So they're very, very conservative. And I'd say that actually right now it could be 500. Definitely high 4.95, maybe something like that. It would not be an outrageous assessment. But again, it's just academic. If you're not going to sell the place, it means nothing. I mean, I think interest rates are going to go up, and that will affect me to a small degree. I've shaved nearly all my mortgage off, so it's good. If I want to take advantage of a price drop, I can do that. We are way overdue for something like that to occur in the share market, but it's been very strong. Really strong. Pretty quiet. I haven't seen anybody on the road apart from car, but see how it is down the beach. See if I can score myself a park bench, one of the coveted park benches down there. Yeah, so I'm doing a bit of gardening there, quite a bit of mulch. I should be shoveling dirt in my place actually. I've got to, like I said, I've got to go to Big Smoke tomorrow. I contacted Adam. I want to get some. Found if he had any spare, if he'd left any spare paint here. Apparently there is some, but I'll have to look around for it. I'm not sure where he's put it because I can't recall seeing any cans of paint. I didn't throw any out, so it should be there somewhere. Because he's not 100% sure what the colour is. Because I've got a couple of marks that I need to attend to, and that's why I want to use exactly the same paint. So I can do little jobs like that, just get a small brush. And I might even just do the frames, the door frames that hadn't been done. That's not a big job either. Now it's really nice here. Yeah, I love it down this end. That's where I should come here more often. Oh, my neighbour sent me, which they said to me, my neighbour behind me, the one that got rid of their foliage, they said they walked their dog down here early in the morning, and by early in the morning we're talking about like 5:30 or something really early, and invited me along. But I got she sent me a text, I replied, and I haven't heard back from her. So that was a few weeks ago. I don't know if she's been around though. I've noticed that her car hasn't been parked in her backyard for a while, so I might as well go down this end and do the walk down the beach. Yeah, it is quiet. This is normal here. It's so quiet in this area. No rowdy Saturday night parties since 1-2 weeks ago, so it's good. Yeah, it's incredibly quiet. Not complaining. Found myself nature's own park bench in the form of a dead trunk. Works for me. I've even got a footrest here, so it's not bad. And that's got sort of I don't know how that's happened. That doesn't exactly look natural. Those moulds there, it looks like it's man-made. Yeah, so one of these days I'm going to have to go for a swim in this water. I know you don't see many people do it. It is safer in summer because at least then they've got the nets set up down there. So it gives you some sort of reassurance. You're not going to get stung by stingers. Stingers is a major issue. I don't think sharks or crocs are really that big a deal. Although there are more of them because they're protected than they used to be. So maybe overprotected. Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know why Australia's copped a situation with so many venomous animals in the sea, especially. It's reasonably safe out in the land, but gee, we do have a few predators out there. The worst ones, I think, are those small jellyfish. They're supposed to be very nasty. A bit about them. Yeah, but I mean, it does seem crazy. I'm going all the way, I want to go all the way to Thailand, jump through all those damn hoops they've got happening at the moment. And I've got a beach like this, but I don't, look, if they had a Thai bars like they do in Thailand, near the beach, that'd be perfect, but not going to happen for legal reasons and many other reasons. So it's just not part of our culture, and I imagine the cost of it too would just be ridiculous. I still haven't had a pizza down there at the Red House. I mean, to go out here does cost a bit. Although, I've got to say, Yorkie's Boat Club was very reasonably priced. I didn't have an issue with them at all. And it was funny watching the fashion parade. So casual, so North Queensland. It's quite nice. Yeah, it got a nice innocence about it, very down to earth. And that certainly was a non-tourist event, so it's good. And a lot more fun than being in Flemington, I think. Just too many people, and an expensive day out, especially if you can't pick the nags as well. Not that I have any interest in horse racing these days. I get my fix from investing. It's much more interesting. I don't even get that much interest in sports betting either, quite frankly, like football or cricket or whatever. For me, you know, if you're in the big game, you're actually investing in real companies and things, and you're doing proper research, and you're not dealing with some sort of a fantasy, which is what all these other gambling situations are based around. So well, it's just where I am now. I haven't always been like that, so. And I certainly don't care, I don't mind if other people do it. It's really quiet here today. I must have been a bit stiff that Tuesday I came down, where virtually every man and his dog seemed to be here. I haven't seen one person today. I'm here at 3 o'clock. Maybe they come a little later than this, maybe between 4 and 5. But you go to Trinity Beach over there, it'll be packed, absolutely packed, because you've got a lot more people who are staying here from the south, so it's a big opportunity for them, so they make sure they're out and about. People like me live up here, we take it for granted. But you should never take something like this for granted. This is amazing to think that you can still live in a suburban area and have such a secluded beach. No, it's a beautiful part of the world. Now, even up at let's go up the road a bit, you're still going to get a lot more people, whether we're talking Palm Cove or you're going all the way up to the next tourist area. So yeah, it's a lot of people. A lot of people hit the beaches, that's for sure. This would be one of the quietest beaches for a long way around. It's just off the radar, which I guess is a good thing. I should be moving fronds, cutting them up and getting them ready to go off Tuesday morning in the rubbish collection. Like tomorrow morning I'll be out and won't be getting back until the afternoon, but that's got to be my top priority, getting that done. If you don't keep doing it, if I don't keep getting those fronds under control, they're just going to keep piling up. There's already way too much. I should have been doing this since I moved in. So yeah, it's just one of those tasks I've got to keep on top of. Well, it's Monday morning, feels quite warm. It's going to be 31 again today, similar to yesterday, but yeah, I had a pretty lousy night's sleep. Not quite sure why. I didn't drink too much. It's just one of those things. And I've been feeling really good lately, so when I went down the beach yesterday, it was a nice change because it was about 3 o'clock and there wasn't that many people around. It was relatively quiet, and a guy walked past me. I found an old stump to sit on the beach itself rather than a park bench, and young guy walked past, walking his dog down the beach, and said hello, so that was nice. But most people don't. When I first came here I thought they did, but then again I might have been in a different frame of mind myself. I think it's sort of the aura you give out on to other people. They feel more inclined to acknowledge your presence as well. So I'm sure there's some of that there, because we do all these psychological things when we're meeting people we don't know and do evaluations and what have you. Anyway, I've got to catch the bus to the Big Smoke today. Got to have medical stuff done, which is a bit of a reality check. At my age you can sort of delude yourself into thinking you're still Superman and you're physically you don't really need much, but then you have a medical checkup and all of a sudden reality bites. And it becomes obvious that you're not bulletproof. So that's just life, I guess. Yeah, definitely the days are getting warmer again. It was actually quite reasonable late last week. It cooled down a little bit. Now it seems to be getting a little steamier. I think I'd hazard a guess the humidity's gone up again. And I'm just feeling a bit blah because I didn't sleep well. I'm just stodgy and just... But I've got to make this trip today, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be just dagging around the house and lying on the bed a lot, I think. I just feel pretty lethargic. But I've got to actually do the... I've got the fronds duty when I get home. I've got to start stacking the bin with palm fronds. I've just got to keep doing that every week to keep on top of it. Because otherwise, it'll get out of hand. Well, there's no one parked at the bus stop today. That's good. There's a couple of cars parked there last time. I saw a report on the Sydney real estate market apparently is going off the boil. There was one really good auction that went above reserve, but most of them hadn't. They'd actually had to negotiate with, the vendors had to negotiate with bidders because there wasn't much spirit. So that's a good sign for people in Sydney because it's just absurd, the prices up there and down there. And up there, what do you mean up there? God, I'm up there. Down there. So, yeah. Very quiet here, not even dogs. The dogs have gone on strike. It's a canine strike. This one used to always bark. The one just here. And nothing, not a whimper. Well, there you go. Whew. So today I'm going to try to get a couple of insurance quotes and just see if there's any problems with my client's history. There it is, back again. I'll continue this conversation later. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.